to Soul Yoga. My name is Christina and I am delighted to be here with you, guiding you through this online practice today. Please go ahead, grab your mat and we'll get started. Namaste.
We'll begin our practice today finding a comfortable seated pose, allowing the eyes to close, placing our hands on top of our knees, on top of our thighs facing down, and allowing ourselves to start focusing solely on this present moment. Leaving behind anything that happened prior to you arriving into this space or anything that needs to happen after you leave. Focusing solely on what's going on within yourself and the four corners of your own mat. Creating that sacred space for you to show up as you are and no one else. Giving yourself a moment here to connect a little bit deeper. And then when you're ready, slowly start drawing the hands into the heart center, connecting the palms, connecting the fingers, and maybe connecting to your own heartbeat. And asking yourself, what is the one thing that you need to see happening in your practice today so that you can feel a little bit happier, a little more content. Giving yourself a moment to set your intention to maybe just walk out of the space feeling a little bit better than the way you arrived. Slowly raise the thumbs to that space in between your eyes, your intuition. And with your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky and open your palms away from each other. Spread the arms, releasing that intention. With your exhale, draw the hands back into your heart center. Go ahead and interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you right in front of your heart center and feel the shoulder blades spreading away from each other. With your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky and elongate as much as you can. And with your exhale, drop the hands behind your head and bring the chin to the chest and close the elbows in towards each other. With your next inhale, lift and open the elbows away from each other, and with your exhale, close yourself back again. Again, inhaling, open up like a flower, and with your exhale, you let yourself fall and close. Continue breathing at your own pace with your own breath. With your next inhale, we reach the palms all the way back up towards the sky, and with the exhale, we connect the hands at the heart center one more time. With your next breath, give yourself a moment to reconnect to that intention and tune in with the breath one more time as you activate your Ujjayi breath. And with your next breath, go ahead and lean forward, press your hands on the ground and roll onto your knees. Make it to your tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips. Begin with your cat-cow. So inhale, look up. Exhale, round the spine, suck the belly in, chin to the chest. And inhale to look up. And exhale to round the spine for your cat. Continue making the sacred connection between the breath and the movements that you're creating. And as soon as you're ready to start flowing in a more freely direction, start activating your dancing lions, which is the free-form movement of the body while in your tabletop. So you can start by circling the body around towards the right as if you were stirring a pot, or circling it over towards the left in the opposite way, and then just allow your body to show you the way. As soon as you're ready, start making your way to your child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, opening your knees mats width apart, and extending the arms in front of you to connect the forehead to the ground, giving yourself a little room to wiggle around to find space in between the shoulders and the hips. With your next breath, begin making your way back into that tabletop position. And one hand at a time, turn your fingers towards the side of your mat. To increment the intensity, turn your fingers completely all the way back towards your knees, thumbs out to the sides. Tuck the toes and begin shifting the body weight back and forth. Breathing into the wrist, breathing into the forearms. You have an option here also to lift the knees about 2 inches off the ground, round the spine, suck the belly in to activate the core. With your next breath, one hand at a time, flip the palms up towards the sky, fingers towards each other. Exhale to make a fist. Inhale to open the palm. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Slowly return with your next breath back into the neutral spine tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift up and push back for your first down dog, and begin pedaling your legs, bending one knee with the inhale and one knee with your exhale. Slowly start finding the stillness, aiming both heels towards the back. You can shake your head out yes, and you can shake your head out no. And with your next inhale, go ahead and shift the weight forward. Bring the shoulders over the wrists into your plank pose. With your exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin, and inhale, slide through a nap for your cobra pose. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to center. Tuck the toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. On your next breath, pick up the heels and begin walking your feet towards your hands. When you're there, interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the neck and release tension from your neck. With your exhale, release the hands down and one vertebra at a time, begin picking yourself all the way up to standing, connecting the hands on top of your head, looking past the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands through the heart center and pause for a moment. On your exhale, release the arms by your side and use the inhale to reach the arms towards your head. With your exhale, use the right hand to grip onto the left wrist and pull yourself over to the right side, breathing into the left side of your body, stacking the shoulders. With your next inhale, slowly make your way back to center and we'll switch sides. So grip left hand, right wrist and pull yourself over towards the left side, breathing into the right side of your body. Inhale, come back to center. Drop the hands behind your back to the lower back, fingers to the floor. Push up and back for your first back bend. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the throat. With your next inhale, come back to center, reach those arms up towards the sky, and exhale, fold over your legs, hands to the floor. Your inhale, halfway lift, look in front of you, and on your exhale, fold. One foot at a time, steps back for your plank pose, and on your exhale, lower down, chaturanga. You can use the knees if you need to. Inhale, slide through a nap, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, push up and back for your downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky, and with your exhale, connect the knee to the right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the right wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee crosses over to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee, left wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to your nose on your exhale, look in between your hands and drop the foot in between your hands. Swing your hands behind, activate those fingers, and use the next inhale to reach all the way up towards your high crescent lunge. Focus on your feet, grounding on your legs strongly supporting you. And with your next exhale, slowly lower the left knee down to the floor. On the exhale, the left hand drops to the outside edge of the right knee and extend the right arm behind you. On your inhale, reach both arms towards the sky, and with the exhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, left hand stays, right arm towards the sky. Simple twist. Option to roll onto the blades of your feet. Exhale to lower the hand back down to the floor and step it back, plank pose. Exhale to lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, slide through and up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg up, step the foot in between your hands, left foot follows, fold. Place your feet hip distance, so 2 fists in between your feet. Bend deeply into the right knee, place the right hand down and lift the left arm to the sky. Option to find a half bind. By dropping the top hand behind you, reaching for the opposite hip. Inhale to reach the arm back up, and let's go to the other side. So bend the left knee, place the left hand down, reach the right arm to the sky. And again, if you did so, find your half bind. With your next inhale, reach all the way up and exhale to fold over both legs. Shake your head out, yes. Inhale, halfway lift, look in front of you. Exhale, fold. Shake your head out, no. And then again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And on your inhale, round the spine, pick yourself all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time, connecting the palms, and exhale, hands to the heart, arms by your side. Big inhale, reach those arms back up, and exhale, fold completely up your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step, jump, or walk, and go through your Vinyasa Flow. Inhale, slide through and up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push the floor away, downward facing dog. Let's move to the other side. So big inhale to lift the left leg all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the left wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee crosses over right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the right wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your nose. Look in between your hands and step the foot in. Swing those arms behind you and use the inhale to reach them up towards the sky, high crescent lunge. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, lower the right knee down to the floor, untuck the toes. Bring the right hand to the outside edge of the left knee, extending the left arm towards the back. Breathe into twist in the belly. Inhale, arms to the sky, and exhale, frame the left foot with both hands. Pick up the back knee, right hand stays, left arm to the sky. Simple twist. Option to roll on the blades of your feet or extend the arm over your head. Same variations you did on the other side. With your next breath, come back to center and step it back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale to pick up the heels, bend the knees, look in between your hands, step, jump or walk, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale to round the spine, pick yourself all the way up to standing, connecting the palms. And exhale, hands to the heart, arms by your side. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold completely over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, jump step, float it back. Inhale, slide through and up for your cobra or upward facing, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Pause here for just one breath. With your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up, bend the knee, open up the hip, get into your hip socket joint by drawing imaginary circles up in the sky, and breathe. With your next breath, switch directions. Stay strong with your hands, pushing the floor away. Go ahead and kick the leg behind you now, flexing the foot as if you were stepping in the back wall, and exhale, knee to the nose. Look in between your hands and step the foot in. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale to your water wheel, reaching the left hand forward and reaching the right arm back. Twisting in opposite directions, scissor hug the thighs together. Option to drop the hand back and reach overhead with the left fingertips. Inhale, high crescent lunge, and exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push up and back, going into your downward facing dog. Let's take care of the other side. So inhale the left leg up, bend the knee, look for your toes, and begin circling the knee around, creating those imaginary spirals. Switch directions with your next breath. Go around in the opposite way. Stay strong with your hands, and then kick the leg behind you. Exhale, knee to your nose. Look in between your hands and step the foot in. High crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Pause for a second just for a breath, and then water wheel. Reach right hand forward, left hand back. Drop the hand behind you if you did on the other side, and reach those right fingertips overhead, dance it back. Inhale, come back, high crescent lunge, and cartwheel the hands down, step it back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, pick up the heels, bend the knees, and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Slowly round the spine to pick yourself all the way up, connecting the palms over your head. Exhale, lower the right hand down the right side of your body, trace it down the right leg, and reach overhead with the left bicep to the ear. Inhale, come back to center, and let's switch sides. So lower the left hand down the left side of your body and breathe through the right side. Inhale, connect the palms over your head. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bring the toes and knees to touch. Bend the knees and sweep those arms up for your Utkatasana chair pose. Tuck the tailbone in, look for your toes under your knees, sit a little bit lower, and with your next exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, and step one leg at a time back to your plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up, and go ahead and step the foot through in between your hands, 45-degree angle with the back heel, and we lift into our warrior one. Make sure your hips are squared. Stay strong with your feet, with your legs on the ground. With your next exhale, go ahead and frame the front foot. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat and come into your wide-legged stance and just fold over your legs, reaching for the back of your legs or the outside edges of your feet. Create some traction here and just let the head fall down towards the floor. With your next breath, start walking your hands back to the top of your mat and lift into your high crescent lunge one more time, neutralizing your hips. With your exhale, open up into your warrior two, dropping the back foot parallel to the back of your mat. With your next breath, flip the front palm, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. With your next breath, cartwheel the hands down towards the floor and step back plank pose. Lower down with the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale to push back, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths, and then on your next inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands, 45-degree angle, warrior one. Reach with the arms up towards the sky. Feel the power of the warrior in you. And with your next exhale, go ahead and drop both hands to frame the left foot. Start walking onto the right side of your mat for the wide-legged stance, and then bring your hands to the hips, to the waist, and just fold over your mat. Inhale to lift with a flat back all the way up. Open your toes out to the sides, bring the heels in towards each other, and sit low for your goddess pose. You have options. You can stay in stillness or sway side to side. You can lift one heel at a time or both at the same time. You can keep the hands on your knees or bring the hands to the heart center, or open the arms out like cactus arms and pump your goddess. Breathe. Inhale to extend arms and legs, and exhale, fold back into the wide-legged fold. And you have an option here. Grab the outside edges of your feet or get upside down into your headstand. We're here for a few breaths, so you can do your tripod headstand like the one I've chosen, or you could do your supported, or again just grab the outside edges of your feet or of your calves and create that traction. With your next breath, slowly start dropping the legs back down to the floor and walk yourself over to the left foot. Pick up the back heel and inhale, high crescent lunge. Here for just a breath. We're going into our warrior two, so open up, breathe, feel all you need to feel. Flip the front palm, reach forward, and reverse your warrior. Breathing and reaching through the left side of the body. Cartwheel the hands back down and step it back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Regroup your thoughts and regroup your breath, and with your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up. Bend the knee, look for your toes under your left armpit, and flip your dog. Focusing on lifting the hips and opening your heart, and then slowly bring the hand back down to the floor, come into your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, and exhale, knee crosses over to the left elbow for your shooting star. So extend the foot top corner of your mat and lift the left arm to the sky or overhead. Focus on your hips. Slowly make your way back down, drop the left hand down, step it back, plank pose, and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the left leg all the way up. Bend the knee, open your hip, and let the foot drop to the right side of your mat, lifting the left arm for your wild thing. Focus on your heart, let the light shine, and then slowly make your way back into your plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Immediately left leg up and crosses over to the right elbow for your shooting star, lifting the right arm, breathing, letting the light shine. With your next breath, slowly return the hand to the floor, step it back, plank pose, lower down. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Slowly making our way into our second child's pose, dropping the knees, and this time grabbing with our hands towards the heels and maybe rocking the forehead left and right, side to massage our third eye against the floor. Extending the arms in front of you, make your way back into that tabletop and slowly walk the hands back towards your thighs. You have an option here to stay this way or to tuck the toes and sit on your heels. Inhale to reach those arms to the sky. Drop the right hand and pat yourself in the back. Bring the left hand to the right elbow. And focus on your breath. With your next inhale, reach both arms towards the sky, connecting the palms, and we'll switch sides. So drop the left hand down, right hand, left elbow. Breathe into the side of the shoulders, keep elongating the spine. Continue with the breath. Inhale, reach both arms towards the sky, and exhale, come back down to your mat in all fours. Untuck the toes and tap your feet on the ground, let the blood circulate back. With your next breath, push up and back, return to your downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up and step the foot in between your hands. Cartwheel the arms open, Virabhadrasana B. With your next inhale, extend the front leg, walk the back foot a little bit closer, Trikonasana stance. Reach with the right hand and drop it on your ankle, on your block, whatever you can reach. Lift the left arm towards the sky. Think about stacking the left hip over the right, the left shoulder over the right. And if you wish, you can find a half bind. Drop the top hand behind you, reaching for the opposite hip. From here, we're going to make our way into our side angle, so bend the front knee, and you can bring the hand to the inside or outside of the right foot. You have the option to extend the arm over your head or lift it all the way up towards the sky. To bring the right elbow on top of the right knee, find a variation that fits you well. Half, full bind, maybe even your birds of paradise, or work on extending the front leg first. With your next breath, release back into the side angle and lower the left hand down to the floor. Step it back, plank pose on the inhale. Lower down, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, slide through and up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the left leg all the way up towards the sky, and with your exhale, step it through in between your hands. Cartwheel those arms open, Warrior 2. Inhale to extend the left leg and walk the back foot closer in. Trikonasana stance. Reach with the left hand, drop it on top of your ankle, and extend the right arm towards the sky. Think about stacking the right hip over the left, the right shoulder over the left. Maybe find a half bind if you did so on the other side. Keep both sides even, and then slowly make your way to your side angle of choice. Again, you can extend the arm over your head or all the way up towards the sky. Bring the elbow on top of the knee. Place the hand to the inside or outside of the left foot. Find your half bind or your full bind or your birds of paradise. Find the option that fits your needs today. With your next breath, you can go ahead and drop the right hand back down to the floor and step the left foot back, plank pose. On your exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, and exhale, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky. Low lizard lunge. Place the foot on the outside edge of the right hand and begin rocking back and forth on the ball of the left foot, organically breathing into the hips. When you're ready, you may lower the left knee down towards the floor and untuck the toes. You can stay on your palms, lower down to the forearms, and just focus on breathing. You can go further into the posture by coming back onto your hands, bringing the right hand to the inside edge of the right knee and pushing the knee away from you, opening the hip, rolling onto the blade of the foot. You can stay here or go back down to the forearms for more intensity. You can also make your way to your galaxy pose by bending the back knee and reaching up and around, grabbing the foot. With your next breath, start releasing, come back to both hands and step the right foot towards the back of your mat, making your way back to your plank pose. On your next exhale, drop both heels to the right side. Take your Vashisthasana side plank by lifting the left arm towards the sky. You can modify by lowering the bottom knee down. On your next breath, come back plank pose and lower down. Inhale, slide through and up, upward facing, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, reach the left leg to the sky, low lizard lunge, left foot outside edge of the left hand. Rock back and forth on the ball of the right foot, breathing organically into the hips. And when you're ready, lower the right knee down and untuck the toes behind you. You're welcome to stay in your hands or lower down to the forearms. Take the same variation that you did on the other side. When you're ready for more, you can start incrementing the intensity, coming back to the palms or staying in the forearms, pushing the left knee away from you, rolling onto the blade of the foot. Again, choose to stay here for a couple of breaths and then make your way into your galaxy pose, reaching up and back, grabbing the back foot. When you're ready to release, start bringing the hands back down to your mat. Step the foot back into your plank pose and listen carefully. Drop both heels towards the left side, lift the right arm to the sky, Vashisthasana. If you need to lower the knee, do so. With your next breath, lower the right hand to the floor. Exhale, lower down Chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, upward facing dog, and exhale, push back, downward facing dog. With your next inhale, shift the weight forward, and with your exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the floor, belly and forehead connect. Interlace the hands behind you, and with your inhale, lift, pull back, lift the head, bring the chest forward. Take one more breath. On your exhale, release the right cheek to the floor, release the hands by your side. With your next breath, release the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and one more time, use the breath to lift a little higher. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath, keep lifting with your inhales, and with your next exhale, release other cheek on the ground, release the hands by your side. You have the option to bend the knees and let the feet sway side to side or make circles with the ankles, releasing tension in your lower back. With your next breath, let the feet drop back, and let's come to the forearms into the Sphinx pose, making sure the elbows are directly under the shoulders. Making our way into our baby Krishna pose, so lift the right knee, thigh parallel to the top of your mat, and bring the left hand under the right elbow to grab for the right knee. Roll all the way across into the right shoulder and look over the right fingertips. Continue breathing here in the belly area, releasing the toxins in the upper digestive system. Your next breath, roll back to your belly, come back to the Sphinx pose, and let's switch sides. So with your next inhale, bring the left knee up, thigh parallel to the top of your mat, and bring the right hand under the left elbow to grab for the left knee. And then roll onto the left shoulder, overlooking the left fingertips. Breathing deeply into the lower digestive system. Stay here for a couple of breaths. With your next breath, roll all the way to your backs and situate yourself in the middle of your mat. Keep the knees bent, touch your heels with your hands, and go for your bridge. So with your inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky, bringing the chest towards the chin. Think as if you were squeezing a block in between your thighs, and you have the option to interlace the hands and bring the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Take one more breath. With your next exhale, release the hands and drop one vertebra at a time, preparing for your second back bend. So you have an option to take another bridge or lift into your wheel, placing the hands behind the shoulders and again lifting the hips up towards the sky. Take a couple of breaths here, as many as you need. With your next exhale, lower one vertebra at a time and hug the knees into your chest, rock side to side, massaging the lower back. With your exhale, drop the feet to the ground. Pigeon on your back. Lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky and bring the right ankle to the outside edge of the left knee, creating a 4 shape with your legs. Reach through the space in between your legs with the right hand, and the left hand grabs on top of the shin or under the knee, interlacing with the right hand. Keep pulling the legs towards the chest and maybe use the right elbow to push the right knee away from you. Breathe into the outer edge of the hips. Grab behind the knee with both hands, interlace the fingers, and extend the left leg all the way up towards the sky. To intensify the sensation, you can point and flex your toes or maybe circle the ankle around. With your next breath, slowly drop the left foot to the ground and release. Let's go to the other side. So left leg up, ankle to the outside edge of the right knee, and reach through the legs and on top of the shin to interlace the fingers. Keep pulling the knees closer to you, breathing, relaxing back onto your mat. Maybe you can point and flex or circle the ankles if it feels good for you. You have the option to stay here or to extend the leg. Point and flex, or circle the ankle around. Just keep bringing those legs closer to you. With your next exhale, release. Drop both feet to the ground and bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall out to the sides. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly and just breathe, feeling the rise and the fall of your breath. With your next breath, slowly draw the knees back together and extend the legs up towards the sky, releasing and extending the arms towards the feet, allowing the blood flow to come back to your center core. You have an option. You can stay here, or you can slowly release the hands back down to the floor and take your shoulder stance. Push down to lift the hips over your shoulders, supporting your lower back with your hands. And don't look around, protect your neck. Close your eyes, there's nothing to see. Give yourself a moment to find stillness and just stay with your breath. From here, you have the option to stay or to keep moving forward by dropping into your plow, letting the feet drop back behind you. And if the toes touch the back of your mat, you can release the hands and interlace the fingers, or just stay here, continue to support your lower back. If you have any other variations, you can take your knee to ear compression. When you are ready to release, slowly start lowering yourself down one vertebra at a time, making contact to your mat. And then let's go into our fish pose, our final asana. So connect the crown of the head to the floor, support yourself with the forearms on the ground, and take some lion's breaths. So deep inhales in through the nose, open your mouth and make some noise on the exhale. Deep inhales and open your mouth, make some noise. Slowly releasing into your Shavasana, your final relaxation pose. Give yourself a moment to rest. Give yourself a moment to just be here in this present moment and enjoy the sound of the harmonium.